Hello everyone, nice to see you again. This is Crowned with Purpose show on Family TV, Church of Uganda Family TV. This show comes to you every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It is a show for women. Do you have issues as a woman? Do you need to be in fellowship? Do you have fertility issues? Do you have, financial issues? We are always here talking about the different topics that pertain women. Praise the Lord. I am your host for today, Mrs. Miriam Birakwate Mukombozi. And today, we are happy to introduce to you once again Rivonia Suits. Rivonia Suits is found in Buya on Robert Mugabe Road. Rivonia Suits is found in Buya on Robert Mugabe Road. And it's a nice place where you can host your parties. Is it a baptism party? Is it confirmation party? Is it a bridal shower? Is it a wedding party? Rivonia Suits is always ready to host you. Praise the Lord. And they have a restaurant. They do different drinks and different meals. And they are always ready to host you. You want all the information pertaining Rivonia Suits, you go to their website www.rivoniasuits.ug. You are going to read more about them and also contact them in case you need this venue. Today, we are talking about bonding with children. Do you have children? Even before having children, you need to learn how they bond with children as you prepare, as a mother. Because even if you're a young person, the journey is that sometime later in your life, you are going to be a mother. So today we are going to learn how we should bond with our children. So in today's show, we are going to know how to build bonds and to explore the joys and challenges of motherhood. And on set today, we have a beautiful guest, and this guest is none other than Mrs. Tama Harono Sembiro. Have I pronounced it well?
Oh, yes, you have. Thank you very much.
Yes. And she is our link and publicity secretary, that is Diocese of Kampala. By the way, this show is brought to you by the women of Diocese of Kampala. And she's one of them. You're most welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Miriam. It's such a great joy for me to be in this space today.
And you look so lovely.
Thank you.
Yes. In Mothers Union working dress.
Sure, it is my heartbeat.
Yes.
Mothers Union, Women Ministry, Christian Women, my heartbeat.
How have you been?
Yeah. I have been very fine. Doing very well, reflecting on God's goodness. Just sometime last week, I was actually having a time, what we call solitude, and I was just reflecting on that and how every single person needs a time alone, a me time, just to reflect. So that's how I've been, and that's what has been in my space, just having a time to reflect on God's goodness and my life.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And of course, we are in a season of Mary's Day celebrations in the different parishes of Diocese of Kampala. Last Sunday, we are celebrating, I think, in the 7 parishes.
Yes.
This Sunday, which is tomorrow, we have 3 parishes.
Yes.
And I know you'll be preaching somewhere. So we are happy to have you. And I know it is a busy season for us in leadership. So let's go direct to the topic.
That's right.
Bonding with children. Do you have children?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
As you introduced me, my name is Tama Harono Sembiro. I have a wonderful husband. We've been married for 25 years.
Oh, wow.
We are celebrating our Silver Jubilee in September. I can't wait.
So
for
you
that
are
moment,
a bride.
you know? Yes, a bride. I can't wait for that moment. So we are in that planning season with the children and friends, of course. And God has blessed us with 4 great children who are world changers. Did you not? World changers.
World changers.
Yes. 4 wonderful children,
Yes.
plus many. And our children are Esther Chisache Sembiro, our firstborn. She graduated in accounting and finance.
Hi, Esther.
From Uganda Christian University.
I know she watches the show.
Yes, she does. She's one of the greatest support systems that I have. The second born is Elisha Mwesigwa. He's in senior 6 in Mengo Senior School. And the third one is Ephraim Mwanguzi. Okay. He's in senior 4. So imagine we have 2 candidates this year, eh?
Another 2 candidates, 2025 candidates.
Exactly. And then our last born is Ezra David Mukisa. He's in senior 3. Yeah.
Same school?
And they're all in same school in Mengo Senior School.
Hi, boys.
A very wonderful school that has really helped us to bring them up and to nurture them. Yeah. So,
that's lovely.
Yeah, and like I said, plus many other children. There's Moses, there's Joy, Comfort, Margaret. Name them. We have many of them. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So tell us about the journey. Of course, we have very many mothers in this world.
Yes.
But when we thought about a guest, to handle this topic, you are the right person.
Thank you so much for the warm
right person.
Thank you.
Yeah, the way you bond with your boys, the way you bond with Esther and others, because you're always surrounded with children, wherever you move.
Yes.
So when does that journey begin?
The journey of bonding, first of all, bonding is about creating space, safe space, where you make children accepted, where you make them feel loved, where you make them feel like they belong, okay? And so for me, the journey of bonding actually started right from when they were in the womb, each one of them, because that's what parenting is, bonding with children right from when they are in the womb.
Maybe you say that again, facing in the camera, because some people think that you bond with the children as soon as they are born.
I know, but also
that's
there are
very
those
profound.
who think they can bond with them when they are grown up, they can reason. But actually bonding with children begins when the child is in the womb. And so the bonding process is when you talk to the child, you talk to them, you pray with them, you touch them, for mothers who have had babies in their wombs, you know how they kick and how they move. So even those nice touches that are tender and loving, that is bonding. Yeah. And of course, like in psychology, whatever happens from conception affects the children. You know how you are treated, those emotions that you go through actually affect our children. The way we behave now at our age, some of those good things actually come from that time when we were in the womb. So very important to have that bonding journey with your child right from when they are there. Loving them, touching them, and praying with them. As a Christian mother, of course, prayer is very, very, very key, because children are a gift from God. They don't just come from nowhere. They don't come automatically. It is God. It's about God. And so when He gives us these children, okay, we have that responsibility to take care of them in His way, not just our way. But again, bonding, as you have said, bonding is something that has to be very intentional, if I don't know that I have to bond with my child while they're in the womb, I may go about with my life and everything. Maybe mothers who are out there and they drink alcohol, all those affect the children, the smoking, the things that we do, the gossiping, even all those
Even
little
that.
things, we think do not matter, they all affect
So what
that
we
bond.
eat,
Even what we eat,
yes.
whatever it is, anything that we do affects our children as we bond with them.
That's wonderful. And it's good to know, because sometimes, of course, we share with mothers, or you're out there, you see a pregnant woman, living a life of, you don't even understand. And I think they are ignorant. They don't know that what they are doing. They go dancing, they smoke, they talk, they shout, shouting when you're pregnant. Meaning that whatever you do affects the baby, the unborn baby. Wow, that's wonderful. So how is how have you bonded with your children? Are you so close? Or are you close to some, and some are, or having one girl, you're so close to Esther, or I know mother and the boys. Or you are friends with the boys and you're living out Esther. So how is your relationship with your children?
I love my children. I believe my children love me. They will come and correct me if I'm wrong. But we do love each other. And we have bonded. Some of the things that I did as a mother was to intentionally make time to be with them. For our daughter, I remember I was working then. And when I conceived and towards birth, I chose to sacrifice my work. And I didn't renew my contract then. I chose to stay home, have the baby, and take care of her. Being a first-time mother, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to, so I made that tough decision and it stayed with her, and we grew up together, and we bonded so well. I remember one time my husband had traveled to study, and I was mostly with her, of course. That time we didn't have a maid. I was with her. And so we would do everything, washing, cooking, talk about whatever it is. And this particular evening, we were talking. She was, I think, 1 year and 3 months. And we were talking. You know how I'm talking to you now? The normal conversation, And so a guest came in and was looking for the second adult whom I was conversing with. And they couldn't see. Found that I was
How old
talking
was
to.
she?
She was 1 year and 3 months, not yet talking. But we understand each other. Yes, we would understand each other, and it was very interesting. Just know I have enjoyed my parenting journey. I am still enjoying, even when I have teenagers in the house. It's so much fun. But the fun is because of that background, bonding, the intentionality that I put in, the time, the sacrifice, which didn't come very easily. But when I sit back, when I sit and look back, I appreciate God for those moments that He gave me
You don't
to
regret.
bond with them. I do not regret even for 1 minute. Maybe one thing I can share on my experience as a parent is I remember, I think 2 years or 3 years back, I found myself hit with midlife life crisis, midlife crisis, where I could turn left, right, and center, and my classmates are doctors with PhDs. I was hit so hard. You go to a meeting, and everyone is introducing themselves with, I am the CEO. I am, those big
positions.
I was like, okay, this is so good.
And when it comes to your turn,
it's really,
I can imagine.
It was tight.
And when it comes to your time, you're like, why is that?
I know, it was very tough. I didn't know what to do, what to turn. I first wanted to withdraw a bit, and I tried to think through, and I'm like, Lord, look at where my friends are. See the cars they are driving, see their houses. My God. You know, it hit me hard. So, of course, in that reflection and in that journey, God just prompted me and brought this gift of children he has given me, you know, where they are at now. These children are world changers. It's not just the word, okay?
I know.
They are actually changing the world wherever they are, in the space they are. When you talk of our daughter, she's such a great mobilizer, such a great prayer warrior. She's a people puller, you know. We keep teasing each other with her and them, trying to trace some of the characters they have. They're like, but it's from you. You know, the social energy, the social capital energy, you know, the generosity of giving. They keep teasing
and
me.
attracting.
So they're like, no, but it's from you. And then I tell them, but you have gone beyond. So they are great world changers. They are people pullers. They are great leaders. And so looking at such a journey brought me and humbled me, yeah? And I came to that point where I thanked God, okay, for giving me the opportunity and even the responsibility of raising world changers. I have been able to interact with them, you know, giving them the time, giving the breastfeeding. I breastfed properly, exclusively. Even one breastfed for 3 years, for your own information. Well, the last born, he really enjoyed.
Oh dear.
And one of the things I do not regret is how they were weaned. I didn't have the problem of, you know how people go for chicken poo-poo? Or they go for pidi-pidi, pepper.
Even they swallow.
Or
they
they even
tablets.
abandon their children and throw them to grandparents because they are trying to win them.
Dear.
I didn't go through that. We talked with my children, each one of them, and they were weaned off.
I can imagine at 2 years, 3, you had a conversation. You know what? I think it's high time. That's interesting.
Yes.
Because
so,
I remember, of course, my firstborn, we did 2 years and some months. Then the second born, I think we did only 3 months. Because the day he moved to work, that is when it stopped. Yeah.
Wow.
But remember, now I had to go and work. But if I was around for some time, maybe he would have, and there's a difference between the firstborn and the second and the third, because the other one enjoyed, you know, he's healthy, so that was nice.
Yeah. So anyway, to take you back to that point of when I was hit with that midlife crisis and how I came out of it, was reflecting on them and thanking God for the time he gave me to be intentional in spending time with each one of them. So I really enjoyed my journey, and now when I look back, for sure I know I can go and pursue that PhD, pursue the masters.
You
and
move with your head high.
Yeah, so I'm no longer in that panic mode of, my God, it's
judging
too
yourself.
late, the judgment, you know. I am happy that I took off time and I sacrificed, and I was there for the family, and I took care of the children. I supported my husband. I'm still supporting him, of course, Paka last, of course, and being there for the children, because one of the things maybe I can say to our parents in this journey of bonding and parenting, especially today, many parents think that it is money that parents children. Money does not parent children. We need the money to educate our children, to buy all the things they need, but it's not all that they need. Children need a parent's presence. You need to be present. Even you who is working, you need to find time and be present. Do you know that there are some parents who carry laptops home?
It's true.
You are there, the child is coming and excited, and then you push them away because you have workload and you pushed it home. That deprives the children. And of course, they'll find space and go and do whatever they want to do. Yeah, so it's not about the money. Yes, we need the money and you need to work for that money, but you also need to have boundaries and know where the money should stop and find time,
For
okay,
the children.
to be with the children and bond with them while they are young, not when they have grown, by the way, when they are young, from the womb,
Not infancy.
when they have grown, so that you're good friends when they have grown up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, what you're saying is that the bonding starts from the womb,
Yes.
through when they are born.
Yes.
Because in your our conversation, you said you used to converse
Yeah.
with your firstborn
Yes,
at
a
1
lot,
year.
a
Yeah,
lot.
at 1 year.
Mm.
And I think that is very, very important. And of course, she shared about bringing work home. Yeah, there was a clip moving around on media, on social media, about teachers. Teachers, are you there? I'm a teacher by profession. So the men were complaining that they no longer want to marry teachers. Same as the females. They don't want to get married to the teachers because examination season, they carry all the papers, examination papers at home, and they want everyone to mark. Help me mark, help me fill in marks up to midnight, up to 3. So our professions and our work that we do outside should stay outside in office, and at home we create space and we create time for our children. Are we together?
Yeah.
Those phones that you're always, scrolling all the time, and your child has even come, mommy has to shake hand, mommy, I'm talking to you. Please, let's create time for our children. You'll not wait for teenagehood. You'll not wait for teenagehood. You'll not wait to the till the time they get to marry. They come back, Daddy, I have a problem. By the way, they might not even share with you because you have not created that bond. Praise the Lord. So we are going to the practical ways for the viewer out there.
Yes.
Maybe there are some who have missed out. I have 14 years, 11 years, and 8. Let's have missed out on the 8-year-old. What are the practical ways that I can bond with my children?
One is, of course, it is never too late in parenting. Now, parenting journey, you can still find time and ensure that you get them. Make time and spend with them first of all. Okay. What I mean by make time and spend with them, one of the challenges, of course, we have as parents. Sometimes, like I have 4 children. It is very easy for me to carry them in one box. Everything I do, it has to be the 4 of them, But yet, each child is unique, okay? So it's very important as our children are growing up to know each child in their uniqueness and appreciate them they are. One of the biggest mistakes we make is comparing our children.
Comparison.
Okay? But why don't you do this as, why don't you as the other one? That causes a lot of brokenness and pain in them, okay? So we need to find time intentionally and spend it with each child. I call it one-on-one parenting. Find time and spend with that girl, daughter who is 8 years, or a son. One-on-one parenting. Find time, affirm them, talk to them, also listen to them. Most times we think that spending time is we have to be the ones talking, but that's not it. We also need to listen to them. When my children were growing up, of course I used to, like I said, do one-on-one. I remember that time I would take a journey. Can you imagine? That time we used to stay in Makerere. So I'd pick a child, we go to Kampala. Okay, from Makerere to Kampala in a taxi. The experience of a taxi. Then take them to their favorite place, a playground. After that, we go and to a restaurant for them to have nice chips and chicken or whatever they like.
See what is outside.
Yes, and then just let them. You just sit and listen to them. You're not talking too much, but you're listening, and so that you know what is happening. Now, if the parents are there and they missed out on that, it's not too late. They can still make time and find that child and talk to them and bring them back to them. Okay? Very important. So they should not lose out that they have lost an opportunity to bond with their children. It can still happen. Yeah.
At
But
any
like I
age.
said, has to be intentional. Has to be intentional. You must have wisdom on how to do it. Yeah. It doesn't just come automatically. And of course with prayer. You know, for us we may raise the children, but it's actually God who transforms.
True.
So it is only God who can soften the children's heart for you to get in their lives. Yeah, so prayer is one of the other key things for us to use as we bond with our children. So no parent should be out there and say, oh my God, I lost it, I can't, you know. You can still make time. Probably you may need help from a psychologist or a mentor or someone you can talk to find out how you can get back to this important relationship with your child.
Okay.
It's not too late.
Thank you very much. Meaning that the bonding journey starts now. Yes?
That's right.
I know you can regret, maybe you think you have lost it all, but the journey starts now. Praise the Lord. So look out for your child. And even I know there are children who are not easy. You try to bring the person close, but they are not going the other side. So come back to your parents' lives and you bond. Because at a certain age, you're going to look for that parent of yours. You're going to need advice. You're just going to need love and help from them. So bond and be intentional. We are going for a short break. See you later.